All right, guys, welcome into Above Ground World News Live. This is the 16-day forecast. We made it to Sunday. Welcome in, everybody. Much love out there. Tons of tornado warnings and watches. And just when you look at the map here, it just is unbelievable. All the tornadoes. And we'll get into all this stuff here in just a few minutes. We'll get into the 16-day forecast also. Wow, that was really weird right there. So just kind of looking at that, let me go ahead and put the satellite data back on here. And yesterday, right where the aerosol injections, this purple line right here, this is what fed these storms. We watched it, we documented it. Got some other stuff we'll get into, but anyway, here let's go. Let's just jump right into the 16-day forecast right off the bat, and we'll get all the other things. Well, that's good. You got a notification. Man, YouTube is just ripping us off here over the last 3 days. They I don't know what the heck's going on, but they are definitely ripping us off. Anyway, here we go. We're looking at the total precipitation for the next 16 days. And when you look at this map and you see right in the center of the country, eastward, you know, we're looking at a bunch of rain. Like, we don't need no more rain in any of these areas. You look at the greens, that's from 0 to a ½ inch of rain. The blues is a ½ inch of rain up to 2 inches of rain. The purples, 2 inches of rain up to 6 inches of rain. And then when you start getting into the dark reds, we're looking at 6 inches. So much more flooding on the way. Let me go ahead and get this over to the precipitation forecast. All right, let's go back here. What we're going to do is we're going to do the GFS model. We're going to do the Canadian model. We're going to go in between them both. And then we're going to factor in all the weather engineering programs along the way. So, yeah, these storms are just been totally crazy, man. And what we know is we know that they've all been manipulated in one way or another. So, all right, here we go. We're going to go up 6 hours at a time. So you're looking at heavy rains way up in the northeast here for Monday. I mean, look at the snow up in Canada. And it looks like most of that severe storm will be gone. Yeah, as long as it goes on up. So that one's going to be shifting out. Look at all the snow getting ready to hit the mountains of California. They're going to break the dams. There's going to be too much snow. It just keeps coming. Anyway, let's go on up to our next system. Right here on Wednesday, we got pretty good rain amounts up in the north, right where they don't need any more rain. So any snow that fell in this last system will definitely be melted here on Wednesday. Looking at some pretty good little severe storms there for Oklahoma and Kansas on Thursday the 18th. Little spot up there in Wisconsin. Let's go on up another 6 hours, and then it starts getting a little tricky. So here on the 18th, this is when the next system's going to fire off, and this is going to be a pretty wicked system for the same place. Kansas, Oklahoma, down in Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana. Let's take this up another 6 hours. And, you know, it's just going to be covering all the same states that just got hit. I mean, look at the rainfall amounts up here, right over the same rivers that have been flooded. The 993 pressure. So this is a big-time rain event. Looks like there's going to be pretty good winds with this, too. And then here on the 19th, this is when it gets really scary here. This is going to be a major tornado outbreak for Mississippi, Louisiana, Alabama, Tennessee, Kentucky. So going into Friday, man, Thursday into Friday, we're looking at some really severe, heavy, torrential rains. And we're going to see them setting up for the storm. Look at this. It's going to go all the way into Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, and Florida. This is going to be one huge, powerful storm. I mean, look at the reds in that. So mega rains, mega severe storms. And this goes all the way from the 18th all the way up to Saturday, April 20th. So this is the next system that everybody needs to be alert to right here, because this one's going to be pretty powerful, especially going into Friday into Saturday. And, you know, it used to be, you used to not be able to get tornadoes at night. That's not the case anymore. There's so many metallic aerosols up in the sky that these storms don't slow down at night. They actually strengthen. All right, so let's go on up. Let's see when the next system after that is coming in. Just a little wave right there on April 22nd, Monday. More rain for the same places that don't need it. You're looking at some pretty good thunderstorms for Kansas City, up into Wisconsin, over here in Colorado. And yeah, it's going to turn into a pretty heavy line of rain also. And then our next wave of severe storms comes in on April 24th. This is on a Wednesday. In 6 hours, it only moved just a little bit. So this is going to be one of them real slow moving storms. And this is going to be really severe for Texas on Wednesday, April 24th. So right on school today that was under a tornado warning, and they made the kids leave even though they had a cellar. I don't know what the heck was going on with that. Now we have a really weird storm popping off here in New Mexico on April 27th. It's just just pops up out of nowhere. And then it's going to hit the same areas. Whatever damage is done back on the 24th, it's going to get hit again with this storm. It's not going to be as powerful. And then here's our next upper storm for the upper north. Heavy rain, man. They're flooding the whole east side of the country out. So more rains coming April 30th. Pretty much for everybody. So that's how far we're going to get up to, April 30th. So we go back, check our crucial dates starting April 18th. All the way up into the 21st. And then you got this wicked little storm here on the 27th. Let's go check the Canadian model and see what it shows. Yep, pretty much. That's what they're trying to do. All right, so this one's not going to go up the full 16 days, but it is going to get us into that next storm. And pretty much if we go right in between this model and the American model, the GFS, man, you can get pretty damn accurate. So same thing, April 18th. What's definitely going to pop off is severe storms on the 18th. We're looking at Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana, parts of Oklahoma, way up in Iowa, actually all the way up into Wisconsin. And then this is another kind of a slow mover here. 6 hours, it'll still be over Arkansas. So this one's not showing as strong. But look at this weird snow anomaly right over north part of Wisconsin. It just stays there. What is right there to make the snow stay right there? Look at that, by itself. Hey, thanks, sir, Rhonda Long. Much love out there. And that's a wind event. So that's pretty crazy, that snow, man. That's really weird. That's an anomaly right there. So the low pressure's there. But the low pressure bumps off, but the snow keeps snowing in that one particular spot. So that's pretty weird. Look at the snow event for Canada out of this thing on the 20th. Let's see if we can get up to that next storm. I don't think we're going to make it that far. So it's showing strong storms for Iowa on the 22nd. And down in Texas on the 23rd. Yeah, there's that big boy right there, April 23rd. That's a crucial date. And look, what is this thing out here? Now, the GFS model didn't show that. That almost looks like a trying to spin up a hurricane or something. But anyway, we got strong storms on the April 23rd. So this model is pretty showing some really small but powerful storms. Look at that thing spinning off out there. It don't have too low a pressure, but that is something to pay attention to. Coming out of Bermuda. All right, before we move on, let's go ahead and check that total precipitation amount, just so you guys can see the targets as they come. Right now we can see this is the target today. Let's just take this thing on up tomorrow. Here's Monday, April 15th. We'll go up to Tuesday, April 16th. Here's the 17th, 18th, and the 19th. So we start getting the heavy. We're up into the 5-6 inches of rain. Wisconsin, Texas, Arkansas. Hey, thanks there, Jonathan. And just, man, this is just getting crazy. So look at the upper northeast, man. We're looking at 6 inches of rain up there. Then as the map fills in, where's all this water going to go? So, man, and look at all the heavy stuff up there above, over in the BC area, parts of Washington. So this weather warfare is not going to stop. Let's take a quick look at any of the tornado watches right now. So this is like an hour ago. What the heck? So there's a tornado watch for Maryland till 3 a.m. Warning in Carroll, Baltimore counties. So tornado warning, that was like 4 hours ago. That one's definitely has expired. Pennsylvania was in tornado warnings 3 hours ago. Whoa, now look at that. So that's a pretty crazy picture right there. You don't want to be stuck in rush hour traffic in a tornado. You won't have nowhere to go. Yeah, that was around Frederick, Maryland. So yeah, you gotta, where is this one coming out? Tyrant County. Tons of funnel clouds here. Man, these things all look the same. That's pretty strange. Yeah, central Alberta. Yeah, I was looking for that, where was that? There was an article. Yeah, so we've had severe hail too. Looks like I've lost that article that was up here where there was a tornado warning and they told the kids to leave the school. Hey, thanks there, Pamela. All right, so I'm not going to be able to find that. All right, let's get out of there. So there's something I was going to show you here. Let's go ahead and run this through real quick here. Let me take off the watches and warnings. I think we're, there's like one tornado warning up there. It looks like in West Virginia. But I want you to look at right down here in Texas. See that exploding looking green thing right there? Here, let's zoom in on that. Okay, so just check out this radar. What is that? Is there an explosion going on? No, I'm going to show you what I think that is. When we take a look at the worldview map, there's no clouds. We take a look at the radar. There's no clouds. But just watch this thing explode up. And what I think this is a weather generator. Here, let me show you what one looks like. All right, so when you take a look at that, when you see a power plant and you see tons of smoke coming out of that sucker, and it's not coming out of the smokestacks, that's what we're looking at right there. That is a weather generator. They're pumping the sky full of steam, full of particulates. They put toxic chemicals in them, in that stuff to clean them out, and then they just eject it up into the sky. And then it rains down on us. So, yeah, that's just another aspect of the weather control. The climate, it's not climate change, it's climate control. They have the control of the thermostat. And that's the kind of stuff they do, man. So anyway, we're taking a quick look at this. Let me change this to the other model, and while that is loading, we're going to go take a look at the worldview map. All right, so let's go ahead and let me add on the ship track layer, because they're out here still. See if I can get this to work. Whoa, what was that? Oh, whoa, what is this, man? I just found a layer for probabilities of urban expansion to 2030. We're definitely going to have to check that layer out. All right. What I was really looking for, though, that is weird. Oh, no, now I got an error. What the heck? 3.7 microns. That's what I want. Okay. We got the stupid unexpected error in the way. So hopefully I can get this to load. Let me make sure these are hey, thanks there, Christy. So now that's loading. Let me pause this. And let me pause this. Now, how come my stuff ain't loading? Man, if I refresh this, it's going to mess the whole thing up. Well, I can move that out of the way, though. Let me see if I click the layers, if that'll help. But the bunker fuel operations are still going. Right out here off the coast of Los Angeles, they stand out a lot better, but it almost looks like they're trying to spell something out here. So anyway, we'll let that load up a little bit. We have heavy aerosols off the coast of Eureka, off the coast of Oregon. They go all the way up out here off BC. And we got tons of heavy aerosols right over Los Angeles again. If you guys got bad air quality, it's because they're trapping that stuff in. Let me get this to load, man. Why is this not loading? Well, if we can get this to load, and they don't even let you close out this air. That's baloney. No exit out of it. So yeah, heavy aerosols here over Arizona. Oh, now it's starting to load. Wow, that was weird. All right, we'll give that a second. I guess while we're waiting for that to load, welcome in Heidi, Natural Born Rebel, Rhonda Long, Lonnie, Brian Knight, Super Dave, Zio, Ken X, Troy, Bamboo Soldier, Paul P. Yeah, Oregon's getting blasted right now. Bentley, Liz M, Danky, Anna Marie, Janin 11, Captain Guam, Lead with Love, St. James, IDS, Elisa, Radical Ralph, Debbie Coker. Is Ryan and Polly out there? Hopefully they're doing okay out there in these storms. Oregon Farm Girl, welcome in. Lizette, welcome in. Montana. GT Sawyer, Wade Johnson. Access Through Christ, Today's Facts. Kay in Florida. Talk 88, Freedom Fighter. Nikki, May Kelly. David Eli, Tam Fields, Annette Toom, Matt Man. Biggish 813, Tammy B, Liz M's, Alt 69 Girl, Debbie Coker, Barry, Love Pugs, Becky, Oregon Farm Girl, I think I already got you, welcome in, She, David, you saw it here, Mad Jeeper Griffin, Jojo, Nolan, Elish, Little Wing, welcome in everybody. Minnesota 1, PD. Yeah, the bunker fuel is really nasty, man. It's the most toxic emissions on the planet. Look, it looks like a S. It's coming out in the red today. Usually it comes out in the yellow. They must have some kind of different mix going, even up here. So, yeah, that's pretty strange. That's a different mix. So let me take that off. Now, yesterday there was a massive spraying operation right over Florida, right down here in the Gulf of Mexico. We've seen it. In fact, we can see it on the radar. I already changed the radar, but you could see the aerosols be sucked up into this storm. And, of course, they're spraying out ahead of it still. So everybody in the path of the storm has been getting hammered the last day. All right, so this thing that's loading right now, or at least is trying to load, is called the Probabilities of Urban Expansion to 2030. Now, I don't know what this is. I just freaked out when I seen that 2030 on there. So we're going to let this load and see what this layer is. See if I can click the info on it. No info. Wonder if you guys could even see that. Yeah, you can see it. All right, we'll let it try to load. Hey, thanks there, Carolyn. Much love out there. Yeah, a lot of people just don't get it. All right, the global grid of probabilities of urban expansion to 2030 presents spatially implicit probabilistic forecasts of global urban land coverage from 2000 to 2030 at a 2.5 arc-minute resolution for each grid cell that is non-urban in 2000. A Monte Carlo model assigned a probability of becoming urban by the year 2030. The author's first extracted urban extent. Man, that's hard to read. That's little. So what does this even mean? Is there a scroll bar on this? I can't. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can scroll it down. So I may have to take a look at this document here. So this is some kind of showing you where all the cities. So it's probably going to show you the mega cities, and I'll have to dig into this more. But that is pretty weird. They have that on the map. So the probabilities of urban expansion. You know, that's why they want to depopulate. They think there's too many people on the planet. That's why it states what it states on the Georgia Guidestones. Now you'd think, you know, looking here in Missouri, it looked pretty clear. But I'm telling you, man, we got sprayed today. And it wasn't real heavy, but there were these just single line sprayers that were super thick. Look, you can really see the rivers and lakes are really, like the lake I live on is completely almost out of the banks. But yeah, so if I click the layer here, yeah, look at the lakes, man. They're just getting completely full. They're not letting any water out of the lakes because the rivers are too full. So they're definitely backing up. But yeah, here was the weird spray. It looks like a stitch on a baseball or stitching into the storm. It actually goes all the way up to northern Missouri. You know, right here on the backside of the storm. But like when you look at it, you can just barely see them. Here's a big fat one with the shadow feeding the backside of the storm. Florida's getting pounded right now. So anyway, before these two next big storms, you know, we see it pretty clear right now over Texas, other than that weird anomaly. But tomorrow and the next couple days, man, we're going to see a huge spraying operation. They must be filling up the jets right now. You got a big spraying operation up in Winnipeg, going into North Dakota, Washington, completely getting bombarded, Idaho, Oregon, bombarded, Wyoming, Nebraska, and then, of course, everybody in the path of this is getting hammered all the way up into Canada. Let's see if we can get this to load. We'll see what's going on up here in Boston. Yeah, I've been noticing lately here that the cell phone service, the GPS service, everything has like been messed up. Like I got one of them old TomTom GPS in my car, and all of a sudden it like now you can't change the date. It just quit working. It like it's always starts at 12 every time you turn it on. It no longer has a way to change the clock. Remember yesterday that freaky big circle storm up here, and they were spraying up in Iceland? Look, they're still spraying up in Iceland. Now Iceland's getting packed. And just a huge aerosol going all the way down in the UK, man. They created this monster storm here. And now it's like hitting. I mean, just look at these signatures. Them are straight lines. Should be like perfectly straight lines. Hey, what's going on down over here? They might be getting some aerosols. It'd only be the third time of the year if they are. Let's see if we can get that to load. I need to check the mimic. I forgot about that. Currently, no active storms. Yeah, I'm going to have to see about that D2 Live, or what is that, D Live, or I'm going to have to check into that tomorrow. All right, so we're looking at the atmospheric river of the sky, and they're completely manipulating the atmospheric river right here. Wow, super flashes. Look at this. They're pulling it right in, right where they have been pulling it in for the last 6 months. This atmospheric river used to go right up into Alaska and do swirls, like swirly lines and waves. It don't do it no more. It gets funky shapes and it goes right in North California. Oregon coast, it's being completely steered. This one here, they're doing all kinds of crazy stuff too. I really think they've screwed up the whole atmospheric river. I think too many companies are affecting this thing and it's throwing everything out of whack. All right, so I got that document, man. This square lines, that stuff shouldn't be possible. Wow, they really have that thing freaked out. Okay, so wow, still hasn't loaded. So there's actually some remnants of some aerosols over right here. So that's a pretty rare sight right there. Aerosols in Iran. France is getting ready to get blasted by the storm. And of course, they got aerosols coming down. I kind of skipped over them. New spraying operation over the Mediterranean Sea. Man, this thing just is not loaded. Well, we got a lot of things going on here. There's a lot of legal cases going on. You got tons of activist groups doing their best to stop this. I know Geoengineering Watch just put up another, the big road sign, stop geoengineering. They're pacing it up, however much they can afford, they're pacing them up. It's going to take, tons of people to stand up to get this to stop. What in the heck are we looking at right there? So I really want this to load because that is definitely a weird signature. So hopefully I can get these to load, these layers. Oh wow, man, this thing just don't want to load. Yeah, right before I went live, the computer decided to update, and it's not running very good since. Hey, thanks there, Ancient. Much love out there. Man, I really wish I could get that to load. So we definitely have a strange spraying operation. That's just like the one in Missouri right there, but it's way out here in the Sea of Oshkosh, kind of northeast of Japan. But there's a really weird signature right here that I can't get to load. Man, I wish I could get this to go here. What the heck? Yeah, they're really screwing with this. The stream is sucking. Yeah, me too, man. I'm about to doze off too. Wow, that is just one weird signature right there. You got the aerosols down here, but I don't know what that is. That looks like some permafrost or something coming out of the ocean. What is that? So I have no clue what that is. That's not a cloud. I don't even know what that is. That is strange. All right, I'll have to dig into that a little deeper later. Man, this thing will not load. I think we're Man, it's just not going to load. I don't think we're going to be able to, man, that's not loading. Let me try taking this off. Sorry, this is really running like crap. Anyway, yeah, I'll check into that D Live or whatever that other platform is, because the tube is just really screwing us over. Man, that radar up there in Wisconsin is just cranked up high. All right, guys, this stream is not going to it's not gonna work for us tonight, guys. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and yeah, I'm gonna do that here. Today's facts here. I'm gonna pick a night to do that. Sunday nights is a bad night for me on that, but we will pick a night and we'll start doing that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down, man. The stream won't go. I can't get nothing to load. So wow. All right, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end this tonight. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Much love. Thanks for everybody out there tuning in and that'll listen to this later and all that good stuff. Anyway, guys, much love. I'm gonna try to do maybe some computer. See if I can get this thing to run a little better. Anyway, guys, much love. We'll talk to you tomorrow. God bless and be safe. Here we go. Let's rock. Let's rise. We gotta rise.